This game has been run down on the black, brown, and lower middle class people for freaking 100 years. This is not a new game. This is not a new game. It's not intended just to beat you up. They want to beat everybody up, bro. Mm-hmm. They don't want black money. They don't want brown money. They want all the money. Okay? There's 250 million millionaires. The people I can't help in this country are white middle class people because they think they're good. They think they're good. They the dumbest of the group, all the groups. Because they're like, oh, we so good, man. My wife's getting her nails done. We got a country club that's paid for. We got 2 kids. We got a little fence around our house. They're so hypnotized. It's impossible to talk to them. Now, your community has been ravaged for so long that you're like, man, what is wrong? Y'all know something's wrong, okay? Now, you got to go from blaming the game to saying, hey, I want to play the game. I'm playing the game at the top level now because I quit looking at my neighbors. I quit comparing myself to my uncle. And I quit worrying about Warren Buffett. Mm-hmm. And I started saying, who's above the Warren game? This is what most people do. They go out and work. And this is why so many people are sick of working. They go out and work, they get money, they pay taxes, and they look up, they buy the Gucci. And then somebody says, man, you shouldn't buy the Gucci. You should buy the Gucci stock. No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't buy the fucking Gucci stock either. Okay? You should buy the damn business that rents to Gucci. You should buy the real estate. You should buy the real estate where the Gucci employees have to live, where the Facebook employees have to live. And because I get write-offs with that I don't get with the stock. So when I get paper, what happens is, the marginalized communities are basically buying the leftovers of the real estate environment, okay? You're buying a house, a duplex, a fourplex. I stole something down the street in inner city Baltimore. It's a fourplex. I got it with 3% down. Notice the banks offer you these unbelievable deals to veterans, to buy a house, a first-time house buyer. And they say to you, oh man, we're doing this to help you get the American dream. They ain't helping you. This is a casino, man. Anything they offer you is not for you. It's for them. They earn 5% a year while you hope to make 20% over 20 years. 5% times 20 years is 100% you pay to the bank. And they said they're doing you a favor with no money down, okay? So it's not a favor. So what I would do, go out and earn money, take the money, don't spend any of it, convert all of it to real buildings, okay? I can invest $1,000 in a real building, and if you're out buying this stuff yourself, you can probably get $1,000 write-off from the depreciation that comes on the building. So you virtually didn't spend any money, but now you control a real asset. Mm-hmm. I would tell people, quit buying what they offer you. Invest in trophy quality assets that the biggest institutions in the world buy. If you guys put your money together and did that, rather than trying to do your own damn thing, see, I'm helping other people. There's going to be thousands of people that invest in these deals with me. I'm going to buy great assets. I'm going to pass on all the benefits to the investor, the cash flow, the appreciation, all the things that come from owning a real asset. And then we're just going to wait. I'm going to build my portfolio and wait until I can actually go sell all these assets to one group. Or the fourth exit, we become a bank ourselves. But right now, everybody's just a consumer, right? You got to become an investor in the game. And then you got to invest in something big enough to where these people need you. Man, the whole game's rigged, right? Like, nobody cares about me or you until we've done something. When I got $4 billion worth of assets, I can get a meeting with anybody in the world. So I would just tell the audience, think different, okay? You have been marginalized. You have been used. You've been ripped off. Now you know, okay, a house is not an investment. The very group that needs the investment the most can't play. So now I'm gonna give you another example of how rigged this game is. And I'm not resentful, by the way. Just tell me how the game works, man. I'm gonna get on the other side of it. So when we started a fund, we started raising money 3 years ago. I've only been raising money for 3 years. I've raised $700 million in 3 years on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. So 3 years ago, I wanted to open a fund for everyone. Okay, my lawyer said, you can't do that, man. You can open a fund for $200,000 and above. It costs us about $9,000 to open that fund, Grant, and I can have it approved in 9 hours. Costs you $9,000 for the legal work, and it'll take you 9 hours. You could, if we start at noon, you can talk about it tonight at 9 o'clock.
Wow.
I said, okay, start that. Let's get going. I said, but I want to start this other fund, dude, for the little guy, the everyday guy, my mom. I want to start the fund for the people that need it, man. And he's like, man, you don't want to do that. I said, why? He's like, they're going to be trouble. I said, why? Everybody's non-accredited in the beginning, man. Elon was non-accredited. Steve Jobs was non-accredited. Bill Gates was a non-accredited investor. Okay, Oprah was a non-accredited investor. I was a non-accredited investor. It don't make me stupid or dumb. It just means we all start with nothing. He says, Grant, you don't want to do it, man. I said, why? He's like, well, the costs are prohibitive. I said, why? Why would the cost be prohibitive? You told me it cost $9,000. He's like, it's going to cost about $300,000 in 9 months. I said, why, man? Oh, the SEC wants to protect the little guy. I said, who put the SEC there? Wall Street thought it was important to regulate. The banks thought it was important to regulate. Oh, the banks and Wall Street. So the banks and Wall Street want to protect Max from Grant. Oh, yeah. I said, wait a minute, man. $300,000 in 9 months. They don't want me getting your money, bro. They want your money. They want control of your money. So I'm just telling you guys, I spent $300,000 before we raised 1 penny on this deal so that people could invest with me. I'm going to get 10 million little people, everyday investors, black, brown, men, women, boys, girls, 18 years and older. They're going to give me $1,000, $5,000. I'm going to build the biggest fund ever for marginalized community in the history of the United States of America. We're going to buy trophy great assets where you can't lose money, virtually impossible to lose money on these assets. They're going to cash flow. We're going to pay people every quarter. And we're going to do that for the next 5 or 10 years. It's a long play. I'm going to build a massive fund, $40 billion, and we're going to change the game. And we're going to let the everyday investor play in these trophy assets because Blackstone, Goldman Sachs, none of these guys are ever going to call you, Max, and say, hey, I want you to invest with me. You'll never get that call. You need $1 billion of cash to get that phone call.